I find it useful when a woman comes to see me for the first time to discuss her fertility if she brings along results of tests already done by her referring doctor. There is one test which causes more upset and confusion than all the other tests put together. This test is called AMH. AMH is an abbreviation for anti-Müllerian hormone. It gets the name because it was first identified as the blocking hormone which stops male babies from developing a uterus and tubes from the Müllerian ducts. As the nature is so adaptive and economical, the same hormone performs a completely separate function in adult women. As you know, a woman is born with all the eggs she will ever get and gradually start to lose her eggs every month until she runs out by the time she hits menopause around the age 50. AMH is believed to be the first measurable test that indicates a diminishing egg reserve. In adult women, AMH is a hormone produced by the cells that line follicles awaiting further development. As each growing follicle releases the same tiny amount of AMH, the total amount of AMH we measure in the blood correlates closely with the egg reserve. So younger women have more follicles than older women, so they have a higher AMH level. Younger women are more fertile than older women, not necessarily because they have a high AMH level, because the eggs to be released at ovulation is younger and less affected by abnormal chromosome changes. In clinical practice, AMH may be useful to categorize one's egg reserve as average, above average, below average, or critically low. It is also useful to combine other measures to help this judgment than using AMH alone. Antral follicle count and day 2 FSH are other markers that can be helpful in measuring one's egg reserve. Every woman is born with a different starting egg number and a different rate of regression. AMH only indicates what's present and cannot be used to accurately predict the future. Therefore, it should not be used to give false reassurance into the future. AMH does not correlate with the ability to fall pregnant. As long as one egg is released a month, the size of the egg pool does not change the rate of natural pregnancy. So why do we measure AMH? One reason is to combine the AMH result with the ultrasound picture of women's ovaries so the best dose of stimulating hormone can be calculated for IVF. It is helpful in predicting response to ovarian stimulation, poor responders as well as the risk of ovarian hyperstimulation. However, it does not predict the pregnancy chances and should not be used to discriminate women against treatment. The second use of the test can be to show a woman where her AMH level lies compared to the others of her age, perhaps helping to make the decision to start planning for a family now than putting it off for another few years.